And we're back. It is day 3 with Prince Charming wearing the Cooler Lunge training system. Prince Charming is our 18-month-old Australian Pony Colt who will be going out showing in hand this season. So following on from yesterday's training session, I did actually have my earpods on to do the voiceover, but my Pivo, which is my own fault, has separated from itself, and all you can hear is like on sound. So I'll try to make this as eloquent as possible. I am just putting on the side reins. I think this session's about 8 minutes. I'm not going to voice over the whole time because I did most of the voiceover and it's all gone and I don't even remember half of what I said. But so what I've done is attached the side reins at the length they were on for yesterday's session. I may have made them just a little tiny bit shorter. Prince is then trying to rub his head on me because he's a little pup. So let's get this session started now that the side reins are attached. I always like to move the horse away from me rather than stepping away from the horse. He needs to go out and around me, not come into my space and move me away from him. That's a quick way to teach your horse that they can lunge you rather than you lunging them. So as you can see, I've already got a slightly better rhythm than from yesterday's training session. He's obviously responding to the training with the Cooler Lunge training system. He's definitely a lot more attentive today. Oh, there would have been some swearing in my original voiceover as well, so possibly not the worst thing that we lost the sound. But this does make my job more difficult. As you can see, he gets a little bit excitable in the canter, but that is a correct canter rather than that disunited crap that he sometimes does. So this video was taken with the Pivo, which, as I said, I broke, which is why it's not following perfectly. It's just zooming in and out. Oh, that canter is disunited. There would have been words spoken there. He's still a baby and he's still feral. So I prefer them to stop on the circle rather than coming into me, because that's how you can run into difficulties with getting tangled. As I said yesterday, I also like to keep these training sessions fairly short. So under 10 minutes normally is enough. I'm lunging him to help improve his top line muscles, start to get a connection, get him working in a rounder, more on the bit frame. It's not just to wear him out. There's no value in me having the pony run around me in circles. That's not how I'm going to want him to go under saddle in the future, so that's not how I want him to go now. I also don't want to just take him into the ring and have him like flapping around next to me. I need him to be able to trot out and be attentive to my aids and attentive to what I'm asking him to do. And that canter is a little bit, was disunited, now it's just incorrect canter lead and now it's correct. So he's being a little bit cheeky on this side. So as you can see, I just keep pushing him away from me rather than stepping back. I try to just describe a circle so that we're not moving all over the arena. Little bugger. So I'm actually not doing anything there to cause that. He's just being cheeky. I obviously do lunge with a whip, but it's a training aid. So the whip is used to push him out on the circle, encourage him to go forward. But a lot of the time I actually just keep the whip behind me. It's like I said, it's just there as an aid. So as I change directions, I slightly tighten the side reins. So only generally about 2 centimeters each time. Nothing too dramatic, but just so I can start to feel that little bit of pressure on his hindquarters, and in this case on his nose, because I haven't mouthed him yet. Just to start getting him to work a little bit rounder. There we go, and you can see him starting to soften down to that contact. If I leave him in that frame where he's running around with his head in the air, he's going to develop those under neck muscles, which is not what I want. He'll be working in a more hollow frame, which is also not what I want. If I'm going to be lunging this horse, I want it to be developing his top line muscles. And of course, getting him more attentive, as I said to my aides, and making him more obedient, so that when I'm in the ring, he can also go on voice command, so I'm not dragging him behind me. And he's got to start to learn to follow my body language. So when he does charge off and is disunited, I'll just apply pressure to the lunge line to bring him back. Always remembering to gather up the lunge line in front of you so it's not hitting the ground and risking the pony getting tangled. So we'll do one more directional change. Again, I'm going to tighten the side reins a couple of centimeters. So when I tighten the side reins, I tighten both side reins the same amount. Okay, I'm wrong. I think we're done. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Cooler Lunge Training System.